Hello everyone and welcome to NT Gaming with me, Tukx. This is my new project. This is what I call the Living Rant. And as a quick disclaimer, I don't dislike Guild Wars. I love Guild Wars. I play the game every day and I'm not against it. This is just my opinions that I'm voicing for other people to listen to. This is where I talk about the new patch and what it has to give us and what I think about it. Right, the story we had. I thought the story was amazing. The story instance we had was phenomenal. The build-up was brilliant. It was really engaging with the characters. The setting was good. I like the way you go straight into an instance when you start off. That's brilliant. You go into the zone. You're in an instance. You don't know what's happening. You're thinking, what's going on here? You get really engaged in the story. I really liked that. I thought it was really good. The one thing I didn't like about that, and this is throughout the patch as well, is that you just the finishers. Why are the finishers in PvE? I really hate the finishers being in PvE because it just seems such a stupid mechanic and we don't need it in PvE. I don't know why they keep adding this into PvE. They've done it a few times now. They've done it on the Clockwork robots as well for the Scarlet event, the Scarlet Invasions, and I just think it's a stupid mechanic that doesn't need to be in PvE. It's fine in PvP because it gives that clutch kill that you need if you can pull it off. But why have it in PvE? Right, we have the open world. The zone, Kessex Hills, has been revamped. I thought that was brilliant. I love the new setting. Good idea. I know they must have put a lot of work into this. A lot of work into making the zone look good, making it look just amazing. So I really like that. But who is the Toxic Alliance? Really? The Crate and the Nightmare Court? Really? They've done this before with the Malta Alliance. I think it's a little bit stale just them using the same kind of idea. They've already had an alliance formed between two factions. So whether this links up with the story getting it later on, that would be good. But it just seems a bit stale and almost feels like they've run out of ideas already. Oh, it just feels so bad. The offshoots that you get from the main sort of dandelion tree thing they've got going on as a tower. The main offshoots, I thought they would be good. The little vents that you do, take them down the little dandelion seeds. I thought that'd be fun, but no. They're three different types. One, you escort a commander to it who just punches it for a bit, and you run around just hitting stuff for a while and guarding it. Number two, which is a little bit more engaging, you have to save some engineers and then defend them while they mortar it, which is incredibly slow and they take forever. Or number three, where you have to physically go pick up some gunpowder kegs from some Order of Whispers men and take it to the little pod and blow it up. There doesn't seem to be much there. There's three different ways of doing it and it's the same ones over and over and over. And what is even worse is it's just the same ones in the same places. They haven't even mixed it up in the same spots. Because all of the spores spawn in the same spots in the same maps, right? In Kessex Hills, if you look at the map and you watch the rotation, they all spawn in the same places. What annoys me more is it doesn't change it up, mix it up a little bit, and have different ones in the same spot. So you can't have any of the three spawn in that location. It's just a specific one that spawns there. So you go there, you know exactly what you have to do. I just think that's a little bit too easy. You know what you're going in for. Oh, I've said enough about that, but the heal ability. I thought the heal ability would be a nice idea. I know a lot of people complaining about it, saying it'd be OP in certain situations, and I agreed, it would be very OP in PvP, especially when it's cleaning things off your allies. But I don't know if that is able in PvP, but what I didn't like about it is why would you buy it for the 250 spores plus 5 gold? The spores aren't hard to collect, but it is a big old grind if you want to collect them all. You have to grind for quite some time, or alternatively you could just spend 25 skill points. 25 skill points, or 5 gold and 250 spores. If you value the spores up, at the beginning they were going for up to 4 silver. Now they're going for about 2 silver 30 or something like that. If you work that out, that is a lot of gold just for this one healing skill when you could just spend 25 skill points. Skill points aren't hard to come by. You just do a good champion farm, get your boxes, get your scrolls, There you go, done. I mean, in a good few hour farm, I get that 25 skill points in just that little farm. I mean, I'm well over 400 skill points at the moment, just sitting there with nothing to do. But I'm wondering, is this going to be a build-up to a sort of skill point sink that they're going to put into the game, where we can sink our skill points into something which will benefit us? So I don't know. It's something I'm looking forward to. I really hope they do add something to throw away your skill points at. I'm not a big fan of gold sinks, and that's what I think the weapon skins are. If you want to spend your gold on buying Black Lion keys to open your Black Lion chests, that's up to you. If you want to get lucky, it's all RNG on those. You get a Black Lion ticket, a whole ticket, then that's great. But if you get nothing or a scrap, you're going to feel a bit bad. You're going to feel annoyed that you've spent real gold on just a scrap and you're not going to be able to get your skin. I mean, you could go ahead and just buy them straight off the trading post, but it feels a bit just gold sinky. We have the elite mobs that they've said they've added for this patch. I've seen the elite mobs. I don't know what to think of them. See, I don't know whether these elite mobs actually exist or whether they're just things that they're just kind of telling us about now, because I've seen elite mobs in game before. We've seen mobs with the same sort of portrait background, silvery colour before. Are those not the elite mobs that they're talking about? That they've supposedly added? Or are they just kind of telling us about them now? Being like, oh, hello, look, there's these slightly different mobs which are kind of strong. I mean, stronger than veterans, but not strong as champions. They're called elite. And they've even put elite in their name, just in case you get confused. So I don't know what to think about that. I don't know whether I'm missing something or whether it's literally just the fact that they're just telling us about it now, because I swear I've seen them in dungeons and other bits and pieces like that. The rewards from this patch, oh my god. For a whole meta achievement, you get a crate obelisk shard in your home instance. I've done a video on this, so you might know my opinion on this already. They put a crate obelisk shard in your home instance, a little one, which has a skill point on it. 1 skill point. It's not daily, just 1 skill point. Fair enough, you can use it to charge your quartz. I thought that's okay. I don't mind going anywhere else. I can more than happily just go to anywhere in Queensdale, blah, 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 blah. Anywhere in the world where there's just a random point of power where I can charge it. But yes, they put one in the home instance. Yes, it's going to cost me a few silver less to use that. But why didn't they just give us a daily skill point, which just for one character, you know? Just one character, daily skill point. What's that 1 skill point going to do extra? Nothing really. It might make the skill point a mass achievement slightly easier, but you've put the effort in there. You've gone in there, put the effort in, and you've worked for that thing. So if it makes your daily skill point achievement that little bit easier, it gives you a third of it. It's only a third. It's not too much. And it's 1 skill point. 1 skill point is not going to buy you much. It might buy you a few Philosopher Stones from Miani. It will buy you a few Philosopher Stones, and that's not much. It's 1 skill point. I just think it's silly. Another thing I really want to rant about on this is just the way that they implement the achievements into this whole system. Is they've kind of got into the habit of giving you a meta achievement that is, say, 15 achievements, right? But in the actual achievement tab, they only give you 12. And it just seems to me like they're artificially trying to increase the amount of time you have to do this, and you just have to do the dailies. The dailies aren't hard. I'm not complaining they're hard. I'm just complaining that they're just artificially increasing the time it takes you to do these. If they wanted you to just take longer to do it, if they intended this to take longer than it does, then make the achievements harder, make them longer. Say you have to kill 10 of these mobs, maybe you have to kill 50 of these mobs. That'd take me a bit longer. I completed this whole achievement within the first night. It came out, I completed it all. Not the meta, of course, because that required me to come back for the next few days just to get it done. But I'd already done it all. I'd done everything. I grinded it all. Just get it out of the way. because this patch for me wasn't that engaging. It got off to a really good start for me. I was really excited with the instance and all of that. I was really excited about that. That looked really good. But getting out of the instance, I think, was a big mistake. They built it up to be this big tower of nightmares. But it's not. The patch is literally outside the tower. It should just be called The Corruption of Kessex Hills, or something like that. Or just The Corruption, maybe. I think that would be a good idea. But I think the next patch will be something like that. We'll actually get the tower. Before I deal with anything positive about this patch, I have said a few positive bits and pieces, but the corrupted mobs you have to kill. Oh my god. They are so difficult to hunt down and find. I know you can farm 3 in Kessex Hills, but that is ridiculous. And it takes far too long. I may sound like I'm contradicting myself here by saying that they should make things harder and longer, and then complaining about this, but these mobs were just stupid. You had to wait for them to be corrupted, and just trying to get people not to attack them. Oh my god. People, please, just listen to people around you, look at chat. That helps. It really helps. Just look at what people are saying. Well, the positive notes in this patch. Things I actually liked. I liked looking for the obelisk shards around that were scattered around the world. There are 24 of them. I thought it was pretty cool. Takes you around the world, shows you little bits and pieces. I mean, I'd already had 100% world completion, but it gets some more people out there exploring, which is brilliant. I think that's a great idea. What I didn't like about this, though, there's always something. The weird 5 skill points thing that you get as a reward, that was strange to me. I don't know why they added that. I mean, it is decent, I guess. 5 skill points, you don't turn your nose up at it, but it's just weird. It's just a weird reward to me. And the other thing that I liked was killing the witches. I hadn't killed some of these witches before, so I thought it was a great idea to go out there, take people to kill these champions that they haven't done before. I, for one, hadn't killed Blood Witch before because nobody was interested in doing it. I don't think I killed the other 2 either, honestly. And I think it was a great idea to get people out there and let them do things they haven't done before. I thought that was one of the most positive points about this patch, getting people out there. It didn't focus people in that one zone as much as other patches have. Thanks for listening, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more of this. See you later, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.